Settle down, settle down. We have another one here. Jesus. Invisible paint on today. Whoa. So I started to wonder whether my bike is somehow more invisible than my previous bike. Obviously not invisible proper, but it's just that I noticed that on this bike I have I think a slightly more or slightly greater occurrence of cars merging into my lane and stuff than I did with the previous bike. And initially I was thinking maybe this has to do with the greater torque of the bike. In that this bike, when you start off, it's like when you start moving the bike, it accelerates much faster than a car, and so I often will have to like this. I have to pull the clutch halfway through the acceleration phase in order to not, override the car in front of me. So my theory is that because the bike accelerates faster, people don't. I put myself in places where people don't expect another vehicle to be. You can sneak up on people with this bike a lot easier than you might on my older bike, my older 600. So that was my initial idea. So then, thanks to the wonders of Google, I started Googling, is there something to do with the color of the bike? And I started looking at, there's all these people that have studied the colors of cars and whether that makes a difference in the number of accidents that cars have. And there is no conclusive proof, but there is a lot of anecdotal stuff, and there's a lot of there's some scientific evidence regarding how people see, how apparently red is not a noticeable color for peripheral vision. Apparently you have less sensitivity to red in your peripheral vision than you would to blue, which is the color of my previous bike. And also red is apparently more difficult to see at night. So those two things kind of suggest that maybe a red car or red motorcycle will be less noticeable than other colors, but there is no accident study or whatever that backs up that claim. So there you go. I don't know, how about you guys? Anyone else notice this issue with a bike, or is it just me? I also had a friend who used to have this bike, and he always used to come in with all these stories of people merging into him and stuff, and I was like, this guy must be riding like a yahoo, because I don't have any of this sort of stuff happening to me, right? But after getting the same bike as him, I seem to have a problem. Have to ride. You just just have to rein this bike in even more than the other one. It's like crazy, but even more throttle control. Joke. Fucking hell. Unbelievable. That almost ended spectacularly. Smack.